there, Justice 3 Gaming, and welcome back to another daily dose of Marvel Strike Force. And it is Saturday morning, so good morning to you all. And it is time to see what's going on today in RTA, where I review the current bannings and try to develop a team that works well for me and hopefully introduce you guys to a few new strategies that you might need to finish out these dailies and weeklies. So let's look at the current banning. Blaster, Bio are the trait bannings, which are my favorite bannings. Baron Zemo, Kestrel, Silver Surfer, Cull Obsidian, and Gamora. Some big ones in there to be able to work around. And so one of the new habits that I've been getting into is looking at my overall roster list. And so what I have done there, it's very much like my Blitz list, where I try to keep synergies together, right? So I've been scrolling through anytime there's a banning and just kind of chilling and seeing what teams are complete and which ones aren't. And generally speaking, you could kind of get a good sense of what's going on there. Now, I can tell you right away, just from scanning and playing last night, that there are going to be some Doctor Dooms out there, some Doctor Doom Phoenixes. And you guys know how I feel about that combo. That is a very powerful combo. However, because of the current bannings, I do believe that I have found a great counter to a lot of those teams that are coming out there. And this is it right here. We got some Secret Avengers, but mostly this is all skill, including Moondragon, because I used to use Moondragon in Doom 1 with Adam Warlock. Now, obviously, I have Sam here for the great taunt and protection for this team with a lot of deflects and a lot of counterattacks, along with his skirmisher that's going to lay down some vulnerabilities. Now, what that's going to allow Maria Hill to do is give a greater or higher probability of healing the most injured ally on this team, which there's not going to be a lot of, considering Moondragon's kit is filled with a lot of healing, but some also useful tricks like taking away positive statuses. And of course, if you guys have been playing for a little bit now, you know Shang-Chi is an absolute monster with the critical damage that he brings out onto the field, especially when there are more positive effects out there. Moondragon is here to remove some pretty awesome positive statuses. Now, what I really look for, what I'm using for her for on this team, is to remove stealth. Stealth is one of those things that Phoenix brings out that really messes up my timing on getting the Doom. And I'm telling you right now, I see a lot of Doom out there. It might be from my advice on, Doctor Doom and Phoenix making a great team, but with some of these new characters coming out, her HP doesn't hold up a lot. So if you could thwart her stealth, which is the most powerful tool she has right now, you can get the Doom and finish this fight out. But I'm telling you, man, I've run into some pretty powerful Dooms. Don't make that mistake of letting him stay there regardless. And of course, I have Adam Warlock here for an early ability block. Now, that's super important. So, of course, I'm using that early ability block. Now, I know what you're thinking. Should I use Sharon Carter here? Well, that's a very good question because she does have an ability block and a strong stun, just like Adam Warlock. However, that doesn't come fully charged. With Adam Warlock, I'm guaranteed to have that charged up and ready to go. Now, does that throw things out of whack? Yes, absolutely. She is a very strong character, however. But the probability of winning takes a significant hit after that. This team, however, I have a very good win ratio, and the probability of winning is very, very high. Sometimes, though, when Phoenix is out there and they're pulling that Phoenix Doom combo that's going on there, I do have to break down into singular attacks. Now, this team's very, very good at it. There's a lot of teams out there, let's say like Astonishing X-Men, where a lot of their kits have AoE capabilities, where adjacency is a thing. So fighting characters like Hela or even Doctor Doom can be an issue because if Phoenix is there, you're dishing out that damage in adjacency, and that's something that you want to avoid if you're trying to stop Phoenix from reacting to that altogether. And you can do that, and this team actually has some really nice control, and we're going to check that out, and hopefully we can see some really big fights and seeing how challenging this can get. So how about that Omega Red, by the way? Very, very interested in getting into that. I did my check today to see if I meet the requirements, and thankfully, I very much am. I would say for newer mid-level players, the big problem is probably going to be Nick Fury, because that's a fairly difficult legendary to get your hands on. Not a great character at this point in the game, but tough to get your hands on. Now here, as long as Emma goes first, I should be okay. Oh, and he went for the big banger right away. I wonder if he went full auto. I'm gonna go for the protection. Try to save Shang-Chi, wipe his negative statuses, heal him up a bit. Let's get rid of those. I don't want to get rid of those positives, actually. Yeah, I don't need to use it right now. I don't have any issues. What happened? Alright, he does have ability block, so I'm going to go for it. I need to yellow line him, which just happened. He's going to get that energy, but he can't use it. I think he just used his big banger off right away anyways. So now we're just going to work Doom out. Looks like Emma is going to go with him. Now, when Nebula doesn't have Gamora, it does seem to be a little bit of an issue for this team. Infinity Watch is still incredibly efficient at sustaining enough damage to really bring the win home for most people. I definitely see Infinity Watch a lot, and you should expect that, really. When you scroll through your menus and you're looking through, oh, what teams are available, which ones aren't, well, you very much need to pay attention to how many members of Infinity Watch there are. Now, if there's ever a time, I gotta warn you guys, if there's ever a time where there's a full team Infinity Watch, game over. That's the team you want to go with. Finish all your weeklies, all your dailies with that team. No questions asked. One of the biggest reasons is with a full team like that, there's no restrictions on the damage reduction that Adam Warlock gives to their team when there's a full Infinity Watch. So if you get a full Infinity Watch, your damage is going to take a 10% drop. Now, what's really cool right now is that RTA is probably going to get shaken up a bit, especially because Omega Red does something very, very similar, but he kind of mixes some of the best things about a few different characters on the field with his kit. For instance, he will flip a lot of statuses that are out there. He's adding a new mechanic to the game called Trauma, which is basically the opposite of what Adam Warlock does as a mythical legendary character. You know, he'll be able to keep negative statuses on the field. Now, that's not the real big important part. What is that, like Silver Surfer, he actually increases in damage per turn, just like the Silver Surfer does, but with speed. So it'll be very interesting to see where that goes. Oh, we got a double protector here. They're trying to do something very similar with ability block here. I'm going to save, I'm actually going to save that. I'm going to go after Sam real quick. Let's see if I can nail Sharon Carter with this. Let's see what he or she decides to do with their kit with Doom right now. Because that ability block's coming down on him, so you better do something. I would have ability blocked Adam Warlock, though, if I was using Doom. Alright, we got some hands coming in, so he's going to take care of his own health. Or at least I thought he was supposed to. Alright, not a biggie. So let's remove that. Get back to Doom. We'll keep working Sam until I get that ability block up with Adam. And they stunted him with a stun. That was a good move. I'm gonna have to start managing those summons, though. No, he's going for it. Still really, really dangerous. I let it go too long. And that looks like that was a really good counter to what I was attempting to do. Good on you, whatever your name is. I can't really read that. I think there's a... I know that symbol. Something like him, her, or whatever. I don't know. No, it's game over, man. You won this one. I'm gonna go auto. No, I'm not gonna go auto. Let's see what happens. Let's fight to the very end. I mean, that's the honorable thing to do here, right? I really like that double protector with Red Guardian. It has a little something something there. I have no real way to recover. He must have a fully kitted out Dr. Doom. And the second one. Can't believe it. Oh. I thought her basic mind controls somebody. How come that didn't go down? Alright, that was a good fight. That was a good fight. I should have gone for Doom a lot sooner. I think the strategy that I'll go with, that's really good. 6 and still got me on that. My biggest mistake, though, was not going after Doom sooner. With a double protector with Red Guardian, I think my strategy is going to be to really go after Doom right away. Because this team just didn't have the damage without him, I think. I hope I get to fight that again. I wonder if I got some updates that need to be done. No, not that I can tell. It's odd. Alright, did I get him again? Or did I get something similar? Too many positives. And they're a bit slow. Oh, damn, I just gave Phoenix what she needed. I better go after this Doom. If I can trigger that Phoenix right now, that'd be really great. I think you gotta go Sam. Copy Sam. Adam, I don't know. I think they're counting on Phoenix pulling out a really big one. And let's stop her from doing that. Will the copy get a revive? I want to know. Yeah, copies get revives. I'll be damned. Now I know. I should put like try to figure out how to make like a checklist or a tally list or something to put on here. That'd be pretty cool. I guess with a Omega Red, if you guys are wondering what his requirements are and you've just been, listening to me talk and whatnot, you need Nick Fury, which is a tough one, Winter Soldier, Sam, Maria Hill, and Sharon Carter. So basically, Secret Avengers with Nick Fury and Winter Soldier. Alright, so they're going to lower my speed a bit. And we got Infinity Watch and Emma. You see, I tried that one like last night, and that actually worked out pretty decently. It's just, I don't have a good Doom, so... Doom will probably be next up on the Dark promotions. Probably only after Dormammu is available. Oh boy. I'm gonna go after Emma. Keep those summons under control. He's above green. That's good because now I want to ability block Doom. Get rid of those positives. And let's see if we can hit Doom. It's a good shot. Emma. Good, good. And let's go after the one that can't revive. Am I going to be able to make it to her? Oh, they got the Shang-Chi. I was ready to go after Moondragon too. That was a good move. Oh man, she's got really good defense with that defense up there. She's gonna recover a lot. Damn. How big is that Moondragon? It's not that bad. It's just 5 red stars, man. That's a testament to her ability to take some damage. Why does mine feel not as good? Honestly. I got 7 with 5. All right, that was pretty good. Let's see how many more we can get here. We'll start. All right, we're gonna start a good tally using my black book, and we're gonna go with 10, and that'll be it for the show. We'll talk a little bit about that and the requirements for Omega Red, and give you my thoughts on the Weapon X program that's coming into the game. I've already started my prep, so you know what? That's what we'll do today. At the end of the video, after RTA is done, I'll go over the prep that I'm doing for the Weapon X program and Omega Red. Now, Omega Red, I'm going to let you know, full disclosure, I'm done. So, I mean, I'm done. Like, it's cooked all the way to 7 stars. I mean, Nick's been there for a long time. And at one point, 2-3 different times, I've really utilized him in war defense. So I've always dipped back into improving his character over time. And so, like, he's ready just by default, honestly. I've seen this one. Hey, Tyrion, I fought you a bunch of times this morning, man. Did you win? I don't remember. But here we're looking at fighting a lot of immunities here. Oh, you know what? I think the biggest problem here was the positive statuses. Mostly because of Shang-Chi. Now, I don't really want to hit him just yet. I'll go for a little bit there. Alright, because I need to do this first. Now I'll do the way of the fists as soon as possible. See if we can yellow line him here. Oh, it was decent. That was okay. And Moondragon took everything. That could be a problem. Oh, no. Sam took the taunt. Okay. That'll work. Beep-doop. Alright, that was pretty bad, Taryn. I'm gonna give you 30 seconds, man. I'm not gonna fight you again. That was pretty awful. I don't want to put you through that. So let's check to see where I'm at on the objectives. Kind of bummed out about this pass a little bit. Kind of wish they would have put a little extra in there. Multiple man's not exactly like shiny right now. I actually used him my first time through Dark Dimension 4. Mostly because of resources and stuff. It was just a coincidence that his character was ready for it before the others. Like for the city area, I use the symbiotes, and one of them, they're all like bio, so it's super tough to do characters when they have all the same gear, especially when basically gear 15 was a new thing. All right, that should be enough time. We should be able to sidestep Tyrion. We don't need to put him through that garbage all day. And that was number 2. We'll go to 10. I'll record wins and losses, and we'll judge whether it's a high probability that this team will make it through or not. Let's see here. This is a good one for that defense down, but this team's got a lot of resistance, so yeah. I don't think this is going to go very well for Ting Tang. That or Ting Tang shitting a brick right now. I didn't see the power level at the beginning, so... Oh, man, I cussed. I didn't mean to cuss. I'm sorry. I can't edit that out. I just don't have that kind of manpower yet. Wish there was like an auto, like, cuss blipper, There's not that many cuss words in every language. I'm sure YouTube could library it. And just like you do your captions, you know, insert no sound here to take out cuss words. I find cussing self-expressive, but when people have a problem with it that like watching my show, I should take that to heart, and I do. Let's go after Shatterstar. There's no bishop or nothing. The only person that really speeds up is Jubilee. How come Thanos didn't get stealthed? That was odd. And there he goes again, Sam taking the taunts. Don't know. I honestly don't know what that's all about. I think even with taunt, that percentage that Thanos has, it's just not enough anymore. Now, I don't plan on killing all the weeklies right now, because between Blitz and this, like doing the show, those objectives don't last that long. Usually, like right now, I'm pretty sure I'm in line to finish all the weeklies, probably tomorrow. Yeah. Because, you know, I sim my blitzes, and at 3 points a pop, that's still a decent amount once you go through your roster. Ooh, wow. I gotta try that team. Damn, I'm getting wasted. Ooh, without Shang-Chi here, this is not good. Oh my goodness. I gotta try this one. That's a actually that I don't have what they have. That's a 6 red star. Oof, man, I don't got a choice. I got to try to ability block Shang-Chi and work my way through the team. With that heal block there, that's impossible. I can't do anything about it now. But I do gotta try to get through Shang-Chi. Oh man, Iron Fist brought it in. Oh, I thought my Sam was gonna get murked there. Still got another healer on the field. Ooh, Iron Fist. Alright, let's go after Sam. Based on speed alone, I think I'm okay. He's got no counters. Might as well keep going for him. Nope, not even close. I gotta see the power level here. I saw a lot of red. Did I do like a good job? Is that what this is? 873. God damn. I'm sure if it was any other team / player, that would have been a win on Stocky's part right there. 187. Yeah, I bet you're creating some murders out there. That was a strong turn one. Very, very strong turn one. I just out sustained them. I mean, look. I mean, that's when you really know your sustain is super high. Look at the damage difference. Yeah, I won the fight, but look at the kind of damage output they got in. 5 mil to my 4. Not even 4. Like 3.9 because can't even round that up. That was good. I like those kinds of fights. All right, that was a win, but not without a struggle. This is Greg, everybody. He holds my coffee. Gotta wake up a little bit. Gotta go to the zoo. Hopefully don't get rained out. Here we go. Another Infinity Watch with Sinister and Doom. This could get tricky. But Doom is, he's completely bare. He's naked. There's no way. I don't see this going down as a loss, but you never know sometimes. One mistake can mean the difference between winning and losing. One mistake and one turn. Can I get the Sinister? I don't think so. I think he's got the speed bar over me. Oh, and he just caught a heal. That's a good grab. Well, that's got to be a big Sinister. That's a really strong Sam. Yeah, 6 red star Sinister. Oof. Cloning a Sam? Oof, man. Alright, I got that double stun. I think I'll be able to deal with this on this turn. Ooh, they're protected. The positives, I mean. I know sometimes I talk in abbreviations because that's where my brain is and my mouth is a little bit behind. Pretty good. So far we're seeing a lot of Doom and Infinity Watch. So those are the expectations that you can think of for the next couple days for this one. Alright, that makes 5. Let's see how far we can go with this. Yummy. Commander RC. I'm starting to recognize some of these names, man. That's good protection. And you got Infinity Watch there. I tried this one the other day, but again, mostly because my Doom is not that great, I kept losing. Any advantage to speeding up? I could probably get those evasions out of the way. Can't remove them. I'm gonna have to wait till that disappears. Plus, Sam's about to taunt anyways. I may as well wait till that happens. Moondragon got the heal off. It's a good move. If she can get... Oh my god. She's gonna get Doom back up to health. He's gonna blow. I'm gonna... This could be a loss, dude. No. It's a really big Sam. Gotta keep that HP low. Woo. Can I still get to Doom? Ooh. Might have saved myself on that one. I gotta do Moondragon because I think she's about to do her... I think her special's still ready. Yeah, kind of should have kept that evasion there, actually. I think the bleeds did the trick on that one. That one lasted a bit. So far, rocking 100%. Minus, obviously, that first one that I didn't before I started the test. Excuse me. Check, check. Yep, we're good. I just want to burp in your guys' face. We're making good way on this second weekly, though. Let's see, do I don't have, do I have all these faces? Yeah, I do. Alright, Doom right away. Excellent. See, that's one really cool thing about Shang-Chi's stuff right now is that his ult will hit through evasion and actually still boost damage. Or crit chance, I believe. No, it's damage. It's damage. Oh, son of a bitch. Those regenerations. No! Why did you go off of Doom? What happened? You redlined again! Still got the ability block, though, which is good. But it's about to disappear right here, so he needs to go now. There we go. I'm actually gonna go after Moondragon, see if I can cut the legs off of their sustain. Damn! I think we're within range of full recovery. Alrighty then. Yes. Why am I buzzing? I'm buzzing because it's time for energy. Let's go get that energy. Energy popped like 7 minutes ago, actually. Phone's 7 minutes behind. Like, yo, you might want to use this stuff. Alright, Wolverine, where are we going with you, buddy? We need to start recollecting some of this stuff. No. What about this stuff? Seems to be good. You know, I never go... no. Let's stick to the mutant stuff. Oop, this one's under 1,000. That makes me nervous. How much is it? It did that turnover thing where it still remembers what was in the store beforehand. Alright, I think we're in a similar place for... We're actually saving up ions to get his last... to get him up to class 5. I think we're using Sabretooth for that, actually. They're both brawlers, so it makes it a little difficult, because once those nodes are done for the day, they're done. Unless I core it, and I'm not about to do that. All right, what did that bank me? What do I need? I don't even know how much I need. I think it's 50,000, right? I got so much ISO blue in my head right now that I can't remember some of the older stuff. Yeah, it's 50,000. That's gonna take a bit. Probably tomorrow morning. It's part of my prep process for Weapon X. All right, we got 3 more fights to go. Then we can declare it. Nope, they don't got it. I didn't even look at the power levels. I forgot to. Trying to win with speed, so I can tell Brett here is thinking about it. I didn't want to do that, but it went for it anyways. See what we could do about Minerva. Her HP doesn't hold up well like Phoenix does now. She's another one of those like older characters that just won't do it. I'm gonna go after Ebony. I'm trying to prevent his drain and speed bar reduction. I'll go after Proxima because she's weaker than Thanos. HP wise. I think even if I hit Phoenix on this, she'll survive. I don't want to trigger her, that's the thing. That was a big Phoenix too. But just like Doom, if you know what you're doing, like the strategy back in the day for like Phoenix was avoid hitting her at all costs or triggering her Phoenix form, and that's sort of like I mixed the two together. You know, didn't go directly for her, didn't want to do any real damage there, while at the same time, you know, I could take out the other key targets. Now, if Doom was here, it would be something very similar, but I didn't really need my ability block here for anyone specifically, and sort of looking forward to using it on Dark Phoenix if I needed it. What do we got here? We got 788. Not the power, but they're depending on Doom. They don't have the speed, not even a little bit. Nebula's a mistake. I can't disrupt Thanos, but I just really need that ability block on there. We're gonna go for speed. Should I go for speed? No, I'm gonna go for protection. Alright, let's get that defense down on the team. I'm gonna miss 2 though, so I'm just gonna remove. Alright, Ebony, you're next, dog. I don't need you doing a big drain on me. Although Sam will taunt here if I allow it. I don't think there's anything I could do about it though. That could be a good one. Shang-Chi gets speed bar on that deadly hands. Alright. I think my Adam Warlock might be ready to lay down that ability block on Jessica Jones and DD4 on that last node. I just need to get that last star. That's coming up here, I think. Is it Sunday night or Monday night? Usually it's like Monday night, I think. That way they get the whole, everybody gets the whole week to try to get them. Would this be the last? I believe it is. So, if you guys are just joining me, as soon as this fight is over, win or lose, I'm going to go over my prep for Omega Red. And, you know, if you guys are still watching, hopefully it's a little bit of a treat for you guys for being here. This could get tricky. That's a big death blow. Oh, they're 84? God damn! I gotta go for protection. Shit, Cloak's gonna go. You realize how dangerous this team would be, Cloak and Dagger, with the new Omega Red? Whoo! That is going to be a sight to behold. You won't be able to take off those negative statuses, man. You gotta stick with them. Actually, I should have done Dagger. Her ult's coming. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. I wasted it. They got drained. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do anything about it. Ooh, what a way to end this one. Yo, new warriors with Omega Red is going to be absolutely dangerous. I mean, even without Weapon X, like, if you needed to do that, that is a combo I am so looking forward to trying. With the new trauma mechanic, wee. That is going to be nice. See, not one of those things again where my sustain outweighed their damage. Sometimes control is all you need. It's one of the biggest things I learned in Dark Dimension 4 when learning how to do the one-shots through that area. I can do them all but that last one. I got super close last week, but didn't make it. All right, so let's go over Omega Red prep. So I went ahead and I actually put them together and I saved them to the bottom of my roster so they're easy to find. So if you wanted to clip this right now, go right ahead and do it because these are the characters you need to get Omega Red. Now, at a bare minimum, all you need is level 65. You need at least gear tier 12, I believe, and ISO class 3. And that's all you really need. Now, the higher the level, the higher the kit that you have, the more red stars you have, the easier it is to push forward beyond that point. Because after you get the unlock for Omega Red, you can move forward as far as you want. There are no more requirements. It's just, best suggestions. And trust me, they thought about best suggestions for a while now, and they've gotten really good at it. So you want to try to get as close as you can to that point. And then just increase your chances of being able to pull that 7-star Omega Red. Now, what are my plans so far for Omega Red? Well, since I know of Omega Red right away, I'm going to start doing a couple different things. Now, I already have all these characters, at exactly the minimum requirement. I'm actually going straight to, having an Omega Red 7-star. That's because I'm a content creator. I do pay into the game, so don't think that that's going to be possible right away without actually getting offers and things like that. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just you just have to demonstrate patience and a little bit of tolerance on your part. These guys will be available in different areas of the game. I guarantee you, since they're our raid team, they like going with themes like that when they're putting characters in their place for newer mid-level players to be able to get their hands on these characters. So one of them more than likely will be in the raid store, and you can pretty much guarantee that being Sharon Carter. Now, the only tricky one for you newer players out there is probably going to be Nick Fury. Since he is a legendary, you need to be able to get to his event to be able to get his character. I believe he might be, is he every day now? I haven't paid attention because if you have him, why would you worry about that? I could probably just look right at him and if I try to find his shards, that'll take me there, right? Go to the bottom list, click on his profile. That's one of the habits that I've gotten into, is going to the roster because you can see level, ISO classes, all that good stuff in your roster. So it's a really neat way of getting quick access to certain things you don't already have. And there's no, okay, so it looks like he's still event bound. So, like Iron Man, you can do Iron Man right now at any time as long as you got the minimum requirements. I mean, let's check his character real quick. If I clicked on him, would he take me to his event? It should. It's supposed to, I think. Am I missing him? Oh, there he is. Okay, so if I went find... No, I didn't do that either. I know he's an everyday event. Like if you have the room, you should be able to just go straight to him. He's like one of those legendaries where you can just get. Is it not showing me because I already have it? Sorry guys, this part of the game I am unfamiliar with because usually I work towards unlocking them early, and I I can't tell. Hmm, 2 more days. So there's 7 hours left on this day. So we're looking Monday night. I'll be able to get Adam Warlock. Okay, that's good. It's good. All right, let's go back to the list, see if there's any more info that I can impart to you. Here we go. Find. All right, so Maria Hill is still locked behind the premium orbs and the mega orbs. Because she's in the premium, I kind of feel like they're not going to place her anywhere else, and she's going to be that one character that you sort of got to wail on in order to be able to get to her until at least the second run of the mythical legendary event. So she might be the super tricky one to get shards for. But if you are going to pay into the game, I do see her sometimes in the store for like, I don't know, something like 450, 500 shards for, cores, if you want to go that route. And let's see if I can see who's in there right now, so you know what I'm talking about. I believe that's in the regular market section. Yeah, there we go. There's the characters sets. So you're looking at like 450 cores probably, because Deathpool is relatively new. So if that one's 450, you can count on Maria Hill being 450 also. And that's assuming that you want to pay into it to get her character. I would hold off on any purchases at this point. You're probably going to see a bunch of offers coming in, and between the announcement, which was yesterday, and when Omega's event, Omega Red's event will be here, I'm going to guess that's probably going to be like, end of October more than likely, because we're in the middle of September right now. So you got a few things that are happening here, which is one, you got to finish up the Cloak and Dagger events, right? And then there's going to be an announcement for Weapon X and who's in the Weapon X program. And so you got 3 additional characters coming in. One of them I'm pretty sure is Lady Deathstrike, and the other one's probably going to be Silver Samurai. And there'll be a costume event for Wolverine, I'm most likely guessing, because Weapon X is actually a pretty famous comic run. I used to have that one. It looked like a secret Weapon X folder. It's when I first started collecting comic books and everything. And that was really, really cool. That was before like the Apocalypse thing, which was amazing. All right, so beyond that, what are the other preps that I am in the middle of? So those characters, any of the characters that I would normally need to develop, I would put on my favorites list. And I do highly recommend that you come up with that habit yourself as well. Anytime you need to develop something, that's the only thing you should be using your favorites list for. Like some of these other characters are just quick access to gear that I would need for certain characters that are coming up or the ones that I currently need. Any characters that might be in the middle of developing. I like setting myself a little bit of a project schedule. Like right now, it's New Warriors, and for the most part, it's acquiring the shards to get to 7 yellow stars and T4ing their entire kit. Now, anybody that I have in raids, I enjoy fully kitting them for exactly what their purposes are. I can tell you for a fact right now, New Warriors straight murder the Mystic section of Doom 1 right now. And I'm like on the hardest section of that. So however you want to take that, go check it over at Justice 3 Strike Force, my Marvel Strike Force dedicated channel. I put like one-shot videos there all the time because I think they're like the only ones worth watching, honestly. And then just watch. The first 2 missions of the Mystic section, I slowed it down whenever those characters were about to do their moves so you can enjoy the animations. But on the last one, just to be sure and not waste the energy, I, put it up to ×3 speed, defeated the level, and it was actually really easy. So I can't imagine what this team is going to need. I think they're ready all right now to go to Doom 2. But I don't know any details about Doom 2 except for the fact that it's supposed to be more of the same, just the higher percentages and things like that. They might try to throw some tricks like they have been doing in Dark Dimension, where certain characters have an advantage over others that face you and not the other way around. So you got a little bit of handicap situation that might happen. So who knows? Who knows? All right, so Winter Soldier, I don't plan on doing anything with him unless I get room to increase his level to the current cap that I have, which is 83. By the time that event comes around, I'll probably push to 84. I doubt I'm going to be even near 85 by the time that happens. On my schedule, whenever a level cap comes up, it usually takes, let's see here. I'm wherever the cap is by about mid-November, so that's pretty much my schedule. Is what I'm going to expect. So in October, I'll probably be 84 by then. So I'll push that whole team up to 84 just to ensure that I have a good time and an easy breezy time going through that event. I will be filming that. I'll put that on YouTube as well. I'll even stream it right here on twitch.tv/Justice3Gaming. If you haven't done so already, please consider following me right here. I do great videos like this all the time. I just enjoy my time with games, and I enjoy my time talking to you guys. And so the two characters of the Weapon X program are the ones that I'm currently putting on my schedule for development alongside, New Warriors. And so far, pretty good. I've always put off Wolverine for a while, so I've been working on his levels, and you know what that takes, modules and gold, and a lot of times that means taking the time to acquire those things. And what I'm also doing right now is working their ISOs, and they're both Sabretooth and Wolverine are brawlers. So it makes it difficult to go through their ISOs and actually collect enough ISOs to get them there, because once you use one of these sections up in nodes, that's it. They're done for the day unless you core it, and I don't do that. But Wolverine's just about complete. I had a brawler set of ISOs already set for the next brawler that I might need. And I actually you see these garbage characters right here? I got Reaper, Infector, Operator, Hand Archer, Bruiser. I use those for quick access. So Kree Reaper right here is my brawler. And so whenever I know that I need to work on those sections, and in order to be able to quickly access them if I just need to, click it. I see what I need to collect. I do know the number is about 81, so you need 81 per one of these to max them out, and then it's just a matter of saving enough ions, to be able to afford to upgrade that to its current class. And right now, Brawlers is taking a hit, obviously, because I used them up on Wolverine. And I literally bottomed out of ions between, upgrading Dagger and because ions are universal. So between Dagger and Wolverine, I am bottomed out when it comes to ions. And so all I'm really waiting on right now is the ions to upgrade Wolverine to class 5. I am going with Raider. I do have a feeling that crit is going to be a part of his kit since it's already there when dealing with other characters like Omega Red. So I'm going Raider right now. I am willing to work on it and save up the ions later on if that turns out to be a really big mistake. Green ISOs aren't that bad anymore. Well, Sabretooth, pretty much the same thing. He does have some crit in his kit, but in the particular state that he is in, he needs Sinister really to do that. And what I'm lucky on him in that I was using Marauders a lot on defense before they started getting pushed out. And I had already been upgrading him. So one, the advantage here as a part of that team, I got one whole character. His T4s are done. I don't got to worry about that character anymore. So any rework that comes his way is going to be amazing for my Sabretooth. I was already in the midst of upgrading him to Gear Tier 15 when that was happening. I was hoping to just kind of bring him up to DD4, but that kind of fell through. But all I've been doing now is just saving up these superior molecular cloths, and I just need one more piece. and he's geared tier 15. So to start off with, 2 members of my Weapon X team are going to be pretty much done, except for Wolverine. I've never had a use for Wolverine ever, not even a little bit. So I've never invested T-Force into his kit. Now, I expect, since this is like his billionth rework, that it's going to be absolutely freaking amazing. Because so many people are fans of Wolverine's character. You know, mostly due to Hugh Jackman's portrayal of his character for like the last 20 years. You know? And so he really needs that boost in his kit. I've always felt that, like, of all the characters in here, he's one of the more, like, unkillable characters in the game. I mean, if you're a fan of the comic books to begin with, even the overpowered character of Sentry has said that Logan has been unkillable. Sentry! Okay, if you guys know who Sentry is, coming from him, that says a lot about Wolverine's ability to heal, or his healing factor. A lot. Now, let's not get into the Deadpool thing either, because that's a different scenario altogether. Whose healing factor is better, that kind of thing. It's a different story, different time, different place. And so when his kit comes out, like, what I do plan, like, my backup plans for the projects that I'm currently working on, like, my Mystic section of Doom 1 raids is, like, almost complete. Once the kits for Cloak and Dagger are done, and my alliance is really great about their raids, and, you know, the T4, you know, the ability gear is coming in quite regularly, quite nicely, and you know the big drops on the weekends are really nice as well. Um, I can max those 2 characters relatively soon. Like Cloak, he's just about done. I could finish him right now, but I'm not going to, because what I really want to do is maximize the effectiveness as I'm building these characters, and the next best step is this alt. And it's another one of the alts that gets a really big boost to damage, especially with Cloak. And so once that happens, it's just like I think 360 totals, because like 180, 180. So 360 total in T-Force. That's maybe another week, and another weekend from. So like this day, probably this evening. Is it this day that we usually? When is it? All right, this weekend. All right, the weekend after this one means both Cloak and Dagger will be completely done when it comes to their kits. So after that, I can make a choice. I can either start investing in Wolverine now, so that's one less character to worry about, or save for Omega Red's total kit package, and I only need like 860 for that. And like if I start right now, I should have enough by the time Omega Red's event comes out to max out his kit, and that's probably what I'm going to aim to do, but only after Cloak and Dagger is done. So I won't be able to start that adventure until after next week. So if we look at the calendar, and so after next weekend, so let's call it Monday will be the first day that I'll be able to start saving those T4s for. Now on average, you're talking about 30 a day. Let's go ahead and bring out the Gorilla calculator, because I'm not good with math. Even simple math. It's just easier to keep track, right? So on average, we're talking per day, we got 16. Let's say I get at least a couple. We'll call it 25 per day over 7 days. And so per week, I can bring in 175. And we're just talking, you know, raids, Doom 1 raids. Just getting through them each day. That's how many per week I can go for. So at 175, and I need 860, that would take roughly 5 weeks to do. and that would max out as kit. And that's just raids. That's just raids. So if we write down that number, which is the 175, right? And that's raids. We'll just call that raids. So I'm pulling in with every raid that's per day, 175. No, 175 for that week. That's per week. We'll have to remember that. So wars happen every couple of days, right? So you get about what? 3 wars a week. And at the current drop, I'm getting 30 for every war. So per week, we're looking at another 90. Looking at another 90 per week from war. So now the rate is the 175 plus the 90. That's at 265. So the new number is 265. And so just by participating in war, win or lose, and raids, let's see how long it would take after that. Take 3 weeks to max out his kit. And technically speaking, unless it's like a minion, where their kit is a little bit smaller, it's like down 1, that could happen sooner. This is going to be the time it takes to max out a kit for any character in the game. So doesn't it make sense to take the newest, freshest characters like that and make sure they're maxed out? And because the timing on it is relatively short now. It's not like, oh, I got to do this for like a whole year to have it done. But the newer characters certainly should have their kits maxed. They don't make some crazy decisions. Well, they're not likely to make more crazy decisions. Like if you look at certain kits, like there's certain weird like level 5s and level 7s that don't make it a lot of sense to the character, except for the fact that they might be trying to design them to not have those updated, which is like Minerva. Like, you don't need to max out any of her kit, because like if you look at any of the improvements to her character through her kit, they're almost a joke. Like, you're just wasting T4s at that point. But nothing that you invest into your favorite characters is ever a waste. So if you're designing tech teams around Minerva, well, of course that's going to be a great investment on your part. Always invest into your fun. If that's fun for you, go for it. Don't listen to anybody else. Don't listen to me if you don't want to. But I'm pretty friendly and I'm pretty professional about what I know and what I don't know. And so you might want to take that advice. All right, so barring any other events, things like that, I'm looking at a really good chance of maxing out an entire kit for any one character in 3 weeks. Call it 4 or 3.5, whichever. But this doesn't count your seasonal drops every week. So, like, I would say if I'm looking through the average drops of T4 stuff every week between war and raids, I would say a good number to guess on would be another 150 per week that you can count on. That's just a part of playing the game, having fun, doing your thing. And we'll just call that category seasonals. That's another 150 per week. So our number we were left off with was 265, adding another 150. 415. Now, if we want to max out that kit, now let's do the math one more time so I'm not making any huge mistakes. You got your basic, which is 180. You got your special, that's 220. You got your alt, that's 240. And then you got your passive, which is, oopsie daisy. All right, 180 plus your special, which is 220, plus your alt, which is 240, and your passive, which is 200. So I was wrong. It's actually less. It's 840. Uh, that might just reduce your time by a day or so, but 840 is the total number now. Okay, and so now we're at 415. You want to max out any one character. You just want to hold on to your T4s. So you're looking at actually 840 now. 840. And now we're pulling in an average of 415 T4s per week. 2 weeks, you got a full character, man. And let's see here. Since Sabretooth is already done, I'm down to 4 characters. And now we're just going to deal with the timeline. We know how long it's going to take. That's 2 solid weeks right there. And that's without any additional like events or anything like that, like the block party and whatnot. And I haven't even included the daily stuff, the challenges. We should do that. I think that happens 3 times a week. Because that'll give us a more accurate read. Where are we? Here we go. Yeah, Sunday, Tuesday, Friday. Boom, right there. That's what's the current rate that I'm doing right now at T14? So 5. So 510. That's another 15 per, and it's happening 3 times out of the week. So per week, that's another 45 just in challenges. Where's my gorilla calculator? You're making me nervous. Where's my gorilla calculator? Fine. I'll bring it back up the hard way. Okay. So that's another 45. So let's start over and see what we're looking at. So 840 is how much it costs to upgrade an entire kit, right? So from raids, I'm pulling in an average of 175 per week, plus another 90 for war per week, plus 150 from the seasonal stuff, plus another 45 just from the challenges. So we're talking 460 total per week without any real effort other than the love of the game and playing daily. So at 840, and we divide that by what we're pulling in per week, which is 460, still 2 weeks, a little less than 2 weeks. So we're talking 2 weeks per character to max out their entire kit. Barring any additional ability things that we can get. Why am I saying things when my brain, I'm completely having a short here. Where are they in here? Okay, alright. This is a training orb. No. Ability orb. No. Wait, they don't have any... Oh, there it is. It's just in here. I'm not pulling these, by the way. Just trying to see what the... Material. Okay, T4 material. Whatever. There's no guarantee on those ones, so I don't, you'll never depend on those, because unless you want to spend the cores to do it, I guess. And I'm not doing that. I don't think I'm getting them from anywhere else that I can think of up the top of my head. No, just more raids, I think. See, there's 16 right there. That's what I'm getting out of Doom 1 right now. So this right here is this is relatively accurate. I can count on that per week. So right now, let's see here. We got Sabretooth. We got Wolverine. Probably Silver Samurai. Definitely Lady Deathstrike. Omega Red. I think that's it, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So Omega Red, Lady Deathstrike, Silver Samurai. Most likely candidates. Like, you could put a question mark next to Silver Samurai and Lady Deathstrike. Because there's no guarantee. You just have a silhouette there. Um, so it might be that. I don't know. In the background of Cerebro's stuff, you saw a Thunderbolts comic book. There, because it had Archangel on it. You saw Lady Deathstrike on another comic book. He likes putting a lot of clues in his backgrounds for people to talk about, which is really nice, actually. I mean, that's really cool in set design, honestly. He's, taking the time to be creative. All right, so let's say, okay, Sabretooth, done. So that leaves 4 characters with untouched kits. And this looks like to be a very big team when it comes to war. And I believe, my professional belief is that this is going to be one of the teams that I think we're primed for a kind of universal team where if you put them, like Sinister Six was that team where Doc Ock and the Sinister Six made either a great defense or a great offense. And even by looking at Omega Red's kit, it's taken a lot of inspiration from a lot of the biggest characters in the game right now, like Silver Surfer and Doctor Octavius. So, which leads me to believe that a lot of these characters are going to be really hard to kill. And, Omega Red's kit is taking the best of everything so far. You've got health steal, drains going on, redistribution of HP, and I believe a positive effect flip into negative, and the new mechanic of trauma, which keeps those negative statuses there, which to me automatically makes him extremely high value of a character in many different areas of the game. So I may save to go and max out Omega Red's kit. However, in between now and then, we're going to call it the end of October. What do we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. We'll call it 6, just to be safe. So we got 6 weeks to deal with. Which means if I max out kits, that only maxes 1, 2, 3 characters at most. So, do you save or do you go? I think my plan is going to be passives for everyone until Omega Red. And that should get me to where I can actually judge whether or not by that time period, which is, we'll call it November 1st, right after Halloween, that'll buy just enough time for me to be able to see the kits, see what's going on, and decide whether I want to go all in on this team or not. I'm not big on war offense. I love doing war defenses, but I'm mainly a campaign raid guy. Iron Man is one of the untouched characters. I'm really looking forward for his rework. I wouldn't expect any of the armored group to even be touched until I think they're planning on doing like an Armored Wars movie, and that'll be when that'll happen. They're probably pre-planning that right now. They do like to go with pop culture references with their games. I mean, it's the best way to make money, honestly. That's why I think that if you want to think of terms of symbiotes getting an upgrade for a character like a mythical maybe, or just an upgrade altogether to make their boss node even easier to take care of, it's either going to be Gore, which I think is highly probable that Gore is going to be it because he has all black, which is basically the origin of all symbiotes, and he's got the power of the universe behind him, so that would make them extremely powerful. Untouched characters, like for reworks. I mean, when I've been referring to untouched, I've like Wolverine, the two characters that I'm prepping right now for Weapon X. I've never touched this kit. I've never had a use for him ever. And consequently, on one of the poll videos, I got like a 6 red star for Wolverine, which more than likely is going to turn out to be pretty freaking awesome once the reworks for those two characters come by. At this point, a lot of the reworks are just word of mouth. I don't believe anything anybody is saying, Tana, any of those guys. It's just fun to think about. They do go through data mines and things like that, which aren't perfect, but they're pretty accurate. Let's see, what are the things in the works right now? You can really look at the movies and TV, especially through like Disney Plus and whatnot. What can you judge as what's coming to the game? I think this Weapon X program is probably the one outside of the box that they're going with for this year, and probably and not until next summer. And so, because you got some really big ideas for teams coming by that could be really, really, really popular, which is, you got the Eternals movie coming. That's a bunch of fresh new characters to take advantage of, and you've got a new Spider-Man movie, which is boasting Spider-Mans from other universes. And right now, like Spider-Man since the beginning of the game has been getting reworked and shafted since this game came out. There's got to be a team coming for that, or maybe Spider-Man's going to become empowered. That would be pretty cool. I'd like to see Cosmic Spider-Man, honestly, or maybe as a part of the group. Bring in Spider Knight as a protector, which would be awesome because like every iteration that they've done for the Spider Verse, there's like nobody that really protects the team at all. So, getting a maybe like a Madam Web, mythical legend character, and Spider Knight as a protector, and you bring in Spider Gwen, you got a new Spider Verse team. But I mean, since the big thing looks like Andrew Garfield and our original Spider Man is coming back as a part of this group, I think you're going to get two more actual Spider Mans. Call them Old Man Spider Man and Amazing Spider Man. Uh, on a professional level, when I'm looking at game design and things like that, I think people are hoping way too much on Weapon X being a hard counter for Heroes for Hire. It's it's just not the kind of thing. That's the kind of thing you dream about, and I don't think they go for that. They don't take the bait on that ever. And so when other content creators are going, "Oh, the H4H counter," we've just literally dealt with that twice right now. So why would they just repeat that again and instead go for probably what I believe is more of a universal team for war, just like Sinister Six was? I can see Omega Red in the Weapon X program on both sides of that coin, where they're going to be so ridiculously tough to take down, but they're gaining damage over time with Omega Red, so that makes them an extreme offensive potential being extremely high. But at the same time, dude, how many times have you gone through Doc Ock and gotten screwed because of all the kinds of healing that he can do, right? Well, now we're getting a mythical, legendary character that can do the same thing. And not only that, but he's getting a team that's going to be dishing out some serious damage alongside HP HP redistribution happening almost every single turn. Offense ups, damage. This team will be a nightmare to fight as a defense also. So I think this is going to be that team where they work both ways very, very well. Trauma on Heroes for Hire. I think it's a mistake to think that the Weapon X is a hard counter to Heroes for Hire. To me, that feels more like a pipe dream than anything, and too soon. Could they be a good counter to Heroes for Hire? That's yet to be seen. And I always hold my opinions on stuff like that until the team actually comes out, because Heroes for Hire is a very hardy team. And sticking negative statuses to them will make their position a lot stronger, but they're also dealing out a lot of damage on the defensive side of things that makes them really tough to take down. Unless there's a mechanic in there somewhere, which you would think would only be available in a mythical legendary character like Omega Red, to take away charges, Heroes for Hire is still going to be an extremely tough team. So it's a big mistake to think that Weapon X is the hard counter to Heroes for Hire. I think it's going to be a big mistake on a lot of people's part, and it's a universal team that should take down many big targets that aren't Heroes for Hire. So if you're going to talk about stock value in a team, I would suspect that Weapon X is going to be one of those offensive or defensive teams that can take on numerous threats, multiple threats. So if you're talking in value where Heroes for Hire really only has like one real good use, right? So they're that one trick pony. They're there for defense, but they're really, really hard. But I have probably one of the more tougher teams out there, and even the guy that I'm with in war in my room, people are ready. You know what I mean? Like they're taking their Infinity Watch and they're just wiping them out. And no matter how strong they get, it's something that you consistently will always be involved in. But the plus side to that when you're thinking about strategy is, well, if they're using those teams against you, they can't use them against your teammates, which is the perfect way to think about defense. And so to think that if you have a team that's already being used for that purpose, why stack on top of that? Also, Gamma and DD4. Yeah, I mean, right away, I am planning on taking Omega Red. He's global and mutant. So what you're gonna look forward to is a great character that you can take into the legendary part of DD4. I'm suspect about that. He would be a great character, probably to replace my Ebony Maw with, and literally one shot the hell out of that last node, regardless of Jessica Jones or not. There's so much HP redistribution that it becomes insane. He'll be useless in any other part of DD4 because his legendary status restricts him from being available, except for the unrestricted section, which are plenty of characters that are there that could probably get the job done faster. There's a difference between surviving a mission and doing it faster. So when it comes down to it, he'll be an excellent character to add into, let's say, Doom 1. I believe it's, yeah, the mutant section. I'm looking forward to replacing Kitty Pryde. She's a great character, and she's amazing on that team. But Omega Red would be extremely useful in terms of damage when taking down a large swath of characters. And if you know the Astonishing X-Men, the more they go down, the faster they get. All right, guys, that's going to be it for the show today. I'm not going to do any DD4 one-shots today. Got to get busy with some family time, but thank you again for coming by and watching me talk about Marvel Strike Force. I love talking Marvel Strike Force, especially the new stuff that is about to come out. I do love hearing your theories, so never ever be afraid to go in the chat, start talking it up. I read everything that comes through and try to have as many conversations as possible, especially during this segment of Today in RTA. So this segment will actually be out probably around 6 or 7 tonight, so you'll be able to take advantage of that team squad if you want to. Let's go ahead and give you one last clip if you're still watching here. This is the team. I just went through 10 fights with you guys, got 100% with them, and subsequent strategies. You'll have to scroll through the video to be able to see, what I was doing during the fights against other comps with characters like Infinity Watch and Doom, to be able to work your way around that, including a little bit of a workaround with Phoenix and Dr. Doom. All right, so if you're not familiar with Omega Red and you don't feel like going over to the website to be able to get that info, I'll go over that right now for you guys. This is the team. I saved them up and put them at the bottom of my roster list, so I always have easy access to what I need and when I need it. And here they are. You need Winter Soldier, Nick Fury, Sharon Carter, Maria Hill, and Captain America Sam. The minimum requirements for the unlock is level 65, gear tier 12, and ISO class 3. So if you got those things, you can look forward to unlocking Omega Red when his event comes around. More than likely, somewhere at the later end of October, most likely. Anything after that, it's just there's no restrictions. It's just you better have like class 5 ISOs and as many red stars you could possibly get for each character. I'm all set to go. Mostly, you gotta think, I am a content creator, guys. If you're still really, really new, the likelihood of you getting Omega Red is going to be low around this time. So take a pass on Omega Red. It's not a big deal because those events come around, multiple times. If you're a big fan of the Weapon X team and Omega Red and you're looking forward to them, get started with the prerequisites of what you need to get these characters before you head for Omega Red. Thank you again for dropping by. I hope you guys had a good time watching Today in RTA and some of the requirements for the new stuff that's coming out very, very soon. I wish you all passion, love, and gaming. And never forget, rule number 1 of gaming is you go where the fun is. And that's what I've done here today. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next show.